Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be trying out a bunch of new makeup products. I got this today. This is one of the, if not the most anticipated launch of Danessa Myricks every year. This is this year's Freedom palette, and this one has some mattes in it this time, so I'm excited to try those out. And it looks beautiful. The camera's not picking up the dimension, but we'll get all up in here shortly. I also placed a Sephora order, so some of those things arrived to me today as well. So I think we should just dive into it. I think it's going to be a little bit of a lengthy video, so let's get started. I threw this on already. This is the Versed Multi Serum Skin Tint SPF 40 in the shade 5N. So that's what I've got going on there. Makeup Forever released a new concealer. This is the HD Skin Full Cover Concealer. I have two shades here. I think I'm gonna go with this one. It looks more correct. This is 1N10. They already have like an HD Skin concealer, but it's light to medium coverage, and I really love that one. So I'm interested to see how this one goes. And there's also a little brush up top here, which I'm probably not going to use. I don't like this type of brush for my under eyes. I find it to be too stiff and stubby, and I feel like it moves around the product too much. So I'm just gonna go at it with my Kosas sponge. Yeah, that is pretty full coverage. I used just my usual amount, but I feel like that did a really good job at masking my under eyes. I do have a new setting powder. I think I'm just going to use that on my face. Since this is a new concealer, I want to set it with something I know so I can see the differences. So I'm just taking my Huda Beauty Pound Cake loose setting powder. I just completely set my eyeball there. And here's what that concealer looks like set. It looks really good to me. We'll see if it like creases and such, but I don't know, I like the way that looks. This is the powder I got. I actually got a few of them in PR, but I was opening up some PR with my grandma and she's like, oh, I've been needing a new powder. So I gave them to her, but I swatched them and it looked so good. I was like, oh, I'm gonna need to purchase that to see for myself. This is the One Size Boucle Silk Cellulose Airbrushed Powder. I got the shade Light. It looks like this, but it has kind of like a baked roundness to it, and it's very, very seamless. And when I just swatched it on my hand, it like completely blurred out the texture on my hand, and that doesn't happen often because I have all those little pores and stuff on my hand. Here, I'll do it again. So let's go right here in the center. And I don't have any moisturizer or anything on my hand, but it makes it look really nice. So I can't wait to see what it does to my face. I'm going to take a new powder puff. I want to test both ways. I want to see what it looks like applied with a brush as well as a powder puff. So I'll pick up this brush first. This is the Moda Pro BMX 220 Radiance brush. Okay, I'll set my cheek on this side with the brush. Okay, so here's a before. I'll do my forehead as well. It still leaves quite a bit of shine that way. Now I have a clean powder puff. Okay, same thing. Here's this side. Whoa. Okay, powder puff it is for me still. That is crazy. Okay, what I'm liking is that it doesn't feel like I set my skin with powder at all. And it's still leaving like a skin-like finish to my skin, but it's not adding like a shimmer at all. But I do believe it does have a little bit of like a sheen to it. Kind of like the Kosas Cloud Set, but it feels even less like powder than the Kosas Cloud Set. Okay, I'm just going to add some more on this side. It may be like a little bit dark for me. I kind of wish I went with the shade Fair, especially because I'm gonna get just paler and paler from here on out. I'm not a huge fan of the loose powder from One Size, but this one is exciting me a lot more. I do wish I got Fair though. Curious to see how that goes with my skin type. Why is my ears are feeling so hot all of a sudden? What's going on? I'm going to use my Hung Van Gogh bronzer. This is in the shade Straightforward. I'm so hyped to try these. These are the new Glossier Cloud Paint Plush Blushes. The range of colors that they came out with looks so beautiful. I purchased the shades Gale and Float. I really wanted Storm, but I thought it may be a little bit dark for my skin tone, so I didn't want to use one that wasn't made my pale ass. Because sometimes if I try to do that, it makes the blush look patchy when it's just not a good fit for my skin tone. But these look so enticing. The colors were so cutesy. They kind of had like a Dior-esque color story to them, like their famous blushes, and they look like a good competitor to one of my all-time favorite blushes, the MAC Glow Play blushes. They have a plushy, squishy texture like the Glow Play blushes, and now the Rare Beauty ones like this. This one is Gale and this one is Float. Ooh, my nail looks cool. Ooh, I did them again. I did film them, but I filmed them in like a TikTok style instead this time. We'll see how that one works out. I just pulled my two favorite shades from the MAC Glow Play line. So I have Blush Please and True Harmony. I want to see what they look like swatched next to it. These feel a lot more creamy than the Glossier. The Glossier feels a little bit more powder-esque. So here's Blush Please and True Harmony. The Glow Play ones are just slightly more radiant. These don't have the same pearl that these ones have. Because I have no idea what I want to do with the eyes, I'm going to go for this super safe color, the shade Gale, and then I might amp it up with the other one later. There's been a few things from Glossier that I've been enticed by. This one I was super, super excited to try. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm going to add a touch of the shade Float now because I feel like I can't get a good read on these. I don't know how I'm feeling. I just prefer the MAC finish a little bit more. This one's looking a little bit like too matte, where it almost looks like it's settling into my pores slightly. I'll show you the area where my eye goes, like right here. They look slightly dull. I love the texture, the blendability was there, but I feel like I'll still just always go for the MAC ones. I do like how blurry my cheeks look from afar. I think my excitement for them was just online. Now seeing them on my cheeks and having them here physically, I'm feeling a little bit let down, but the packaging is cute. I like how the fronts match what's on the inside. They do feel very cheap though, very light, and like there's no mirror or anything, which isn't that big of a deal for me, but maybe for some other people. I'm gonna have to think my thoughts. I had a liquid highlighter to go in with, but now I'm all full of powders. I don't know how that's gonna go. But these are the new MAC highlights of your life. There's quite a few shades. These are the few that I just quickly swatched. There's Lilac Haze, Glacial, Double Gleam, and Lightscapade. But these shades are really pretty, very funky too. This one's cool because it kind of has like a champagne thing happening, as well as having like a really nice teal hue to it too. Feel very serumy. I'm gonna swatch them all down the length of my arm so you can see all the colors. So I'll be back. So here's the whole range of shades. I think they look very pretty. So we have Lilac Haze, Glacier, Double Gleam, Lightscapade, Bubbled Over, Extraordinary, Space Slippers, Cherry Chrome, and the last one is Bronze Glaze. Whoa, this concealer is starting to not be my friend very quickly. I'm going for the shade Glacial. I know it may not work as well because I have like a full face of powder already, but I still wanted to test its limits. It's actually doing a good job overall, this powder. I'm liking it. It feels like a modern, like super serum-y based product, but with like a 2016 color. This shade is slightly glittery. I wonder if the more everyday tones are the same. But if I'm going for like a funky highlight, a little glitter doesn't super bother me. That's really cool. It's a very vibrant teal. I'll mix a little Lilac Haze into the one down the bridge of my nose because I'm so curious. I'll do the tip of my nose in purple. I'm surprised they don't have like a vibrant pink one like this. I also forgot I got this. This is the Glossier Creme de You. but it's the body lotion with the scent You, and that's one of my favorite perfumes ever. I like the packaging too. Feels luxe and it looks so cool. I love the all red. Ooh, that smells nice. I'm fully lotioned up today, unfortunately, with the Patrick Ta one, but I'm really excited to try this out tomorrow. Yeah, it smells real nice, real nice. Hopefully the cream is nice and hydrating. I'll report back. Cream to you. So crazy. We're finally going to be dipping into this. I'm very excited. This one's more see-through, but it's in the same kind of packaging and design. So this is last year's, this is this year's. Last year's was very, very colorful and it's all shimmers. Here's what they look like side by side. So pretty. I really like the looks of this. There's like a cool, neutral, and warm mini palette within. This one's obviously my favorite because of the bronzy colors and the greens. I'm gonna swatch each mini palette on my arm so we can see the tones and the shifts. So there's 18 colors, 10 different finishes, and then the 3 curated mini palettes. And you do get the little sleeve too if you want to take a mini palette to go, or if you want to stack them all up, condense it even further. So this is the first mini palette. I'm so sad I can't capture the dimension in these on camera, but very pretty. Now this is the mini palette that's in the middle, so kind of like the neutral one with some purples. The purples are insane. This color is so crazy. I kind of want to even sheer it out even further. Oh my gosh, like I'm taking it from the swatch. That's crazy. This one is so pretty. I'm not a purple person, but these colors are wild. Like what? Okay, this one is the most shocking. This blue, both of these blues, absolutely striking, but this blue here is whack. Like I just touched it like that and I had this crazy, crazy payoff. Hold on. Come on, camera, keep up with my brain. Oh my God, it's not keeping up with my brain. Like that is unreal. I think I'm gonna need to film a 3 looks, 1 palette or something with this. This is so cool and inspiring. I'm feeling so inspired and like so sad that I can't fit every single one of these shades on my eyes right now. So I think I will film 3 looks, 1 palette with this because I'm in awe right now of the artistry. I'm so excited to do something here. This may end up so freaking ugly because I'm gonna smudge so many of these things on. I had to go change into a sports bra. I tied my hair up. I mean business. I'm going to start with this shade. Then I'm going to take this shade here just to deepen that up a bit. I'm going to take this color now and going to pat this on my outer corner. And then I'll slowly start smudging it and blending it into my crease. This is a new brush from Refer. It's the Shoto number 6. It's really nice actually for the outer corner and lower lash line work. I'm going to take that rusty color and I'll put some in the inner here. I might get a little quiet here. I have no idea where this is headed. I'm just kind of letting whatever happen happen. I'm going to take the tiniest bit of the matte black on that same brush. I'm really going to add, whoa, okay, that's a pigmented black. Oh my gosh. That might be more pigmented than the Patrick Ta one in the Major Dimensions 3 palette. I built the base. Are we ready for shimmer time? I don't know if I am. I am overwhelmed by the beauty. Okay, so I think I'll start with a brow highlight. We'll start there. I'm going to take this one. It's kind of like a yellow to bright pink shift. Wiping that brush off, I'm taking the light blue one. Okay, that's crazy how bright that is. I'm going to sweep this. upwards. Oh my goodness. I already have such a weakness when it comes to like these blue reflex shadows, but that's gotta be the brightest one I've ever seen. I'm curious to see how that would work dampened a bit. Okay, that looks a little funky right now, but that is unreal. Okay, so now I'm going to take this darker blue one on my fingertip. Going to take a touch of what I put in the inner corner just to brighten it up a bit. Whoa. That was magical. And then for my lower lash line, I'll take that funky green, and I am dampening the brush so I don't get any like flecks in my eyeball. The green's not the vibe. Purple would be much better. I'm taking this one here. And this purple does have a green reflect to it, so I think it'll be okay. And I'll put that pink highlight I used on my brow in the center of this one. I just put on some mascara. I used my Peri Para one, the Ink All Black Cara in Volume Curling. I have this Kaleidos pencil here, and I feel like I should just throw it in. Holy, that's cool. Oh my god, I love that. Oh my god, I need to use this more on the waterline. Holy, that's cool. When you look down, whoa, that's so cool. Okay, but here's the eye look I ended up with. You know what? It is a little bit more tame than I was expecting coming out of using this palette for the first time. But wow, color me impressed. I love the addition of mattes. It just makes this feel a lot more usable to me. And the shimmers are so gorgeous as always. So now for lips, I'm going to try this lip liner from Natasha Denona. These have been out forever. I've just never tried one. And this is in the shade Noah. Oh, I like that color. And then I'll just apply this Givenchy lipstick. This is one of their new Le Rouge Velvet Matte in NO3. I just want something quite subdued. What if I take a little bit of that pink shadow that I used on my brow bone? It's been so long since I've done like a huge crazy look like this, and it's so fun. This palette was for sure the star of the show. I'm like, what even else did I try out today? Like, my mind has been swept. But let's go through it. Obviously, the palette was my favorite thing of the day. This is so nice. I love the addition of the mattes. I think that's just going to appeal to a lot more people now. And of course, the packaging is still so genius. I love the flexibility and how you can customize it. And I mean, the shimmers are just outerworldly. Like, they're so gorgeous. I'm so excited about this. Keep an eye out for a 3 looks 1 palette. It's what this palette deserves. So I'll have more solidified opinions in that video too. Right now I'm just still overwhelmed by the beauty. These palettes are always just made for those of us who love makeup and who love maybe more artsy textures and playing with color and finishes. Yeah, if you love all those things, you probably have already been drooling over this. Okay, so now I'll go in order of application from here on out. For the concealer, not sure. It's kind of starting to separate under my eyes right here. It's kind of hard to tell because now my eyes are full of shadow. I can't really get a good look at this concealer. I'm gonna try it again. I just am not feeling very hopeful for it at this time. Looking a little bit odd under there. For the powder, I'm feeling very excited about this one. I want to try it out with a different foundation. The one I used today, the first one, can be a little bit dewy, so my oil is starting to come through, or that foundation is eating it up. I want to try it out a few more times, but I am feeling very excited about it. I think it does a really good job at blurring out my skin, setting it in place, and I'm also enticed to see how this looks underneath of my eyes, setting a concealer. So another one to be determined, but I'm feeling hopeful for. For the highlighters, the one I used today, it is quite a glitter bomb actually. I'm going to try the more everyday colors and I'll report back, but for a fun, funky highlight, it is cute. It is quite subdued. Like, although it's like a bright teal, it still feels like it works. I mean, it works with this eye look, of course, but if you want something a little bit more funky, but it still looks very seamless and serumy on your skin, this is a fun formula. And I am impressed how it layered over powder. I was expecting me having to go wash my face and redo my base and all that, but it actually layered over all the powdery things really well. So that's another thing I want to see, applying it before I add any powder. So another thing I'll have to keep you updated for. So for the Glossier blushes, I am feeling a little disappointed in these. I don't know, I think they're just not as flattering or as exciting to me as the MAC Glow Play blushes. I think that little bit of sheen in those really make that formula special. It just looks so nice on your skin. This one, it feels like a little bit dull. I don't know, it's lacking for me, but another one I'd like to try again. I feel like I need a redo on a lot of these things. But those are my thoughts so far. I know a lot of them are kind of like up in the air. I'm not very decisive today with a lot of these things, but I'd rather that instead of you going out and spending your money and being disappointed in a product. So I need to do some testing, but this is just gorgeous. Danessa, you killed it once again. That's all for me today. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I'll have everything I used listed and linked in the description box down below, so feel free to check that out, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!